In today's era, when we need to use land transportation, we can use public or private vehicles. To drive a vehicle, we must have a driving license or surat izin mengemudi in Indonesia, like a SIM A or SIM C. Because it is a traffic requirement, SIM A is for a person who want to drive a car, while SIM C is for a person who drive motorcycle. There are several requirements in making a SIM A and SIM C, such as making a written application, being able to read, having knowledge of road traffic regulation, having the skill to drive, being 17 years old or up, passing administrative requirements, physically and mentally healthy, and passing theoretical and practical tests. A driver license or SIM is mandatory component that must be owned by all motorists on the road, two-wheeled or four-wheeled.
Most motorists have a driver's license that is obtained to avoid being ticketed on the road. Even though more than that, the SIM itself is legal proof that a person can allow driving a vehicle on the road with qualified abilities, so that it does not become the cause of an accident. In Article 1.4 of the Regulation of the Chief of Police Number 9 of 2012, it is stated that a driver's license, hereinafter abbreviated as SIM, is proof of the legitimacy of competence, control tools, and police data for a person. Surely someone has passed the test of knowledge, ability, and skills to drive a motorized vehicle on the road. This is in accordance with the requirements determined by Law Number 22 of 2009 concerning road traffic and transportation.
However, underage driving is still very common everywhere in Indonesia. It's obviously violating the law. Children as young as elementary school sometimes can be seen driving a motorbike. Not only did they lack license, but they also ignore road safety protocols like wearing helmet and driving at a reasonable speed. As stated by Centers for Disease Control and Prevention about transportation safety, inexperience, immaturity, lack of skills, and critical decision-making errors account for the high risk of teenagers or even younger children's traffic accidents. It's very fatal. According to an interview with Edo Rusianto, road safety movement activist in Kompas News, between 2011 until 2016, more than 139,000 underage drivers caused road accidents, which is also 16% of total accidents happening in Indonesia.
Unfortunately, parents or family play a big factor in this problem as they allow their underage children to drive, whether out of convenience, time, efficiency, public transport concrete, or not fully realizing how crucially important addressing this problem is as it relates to outlawed one's safety. When it comes to an accident, it harms not only the perpetrator's side but also involves other people who happen to be the victim. It will require more complicated procedure like legal action to decide accountability, which can include fining, confiscated physical imprisonment, or other penalty, not to mention the emotional impact that follows. Having said all that, underage driving is dangerous and should be taken more seriously.
pengendara motor di bawah umur dapat dikenai pasal 281 yang berbunyi setiap orang yang mengemudikan kendaraan bermotor garis miring mobil di jalan yang tidak memiliki SIM dapat dikenai pidana kurungan paling lama 4 bulan atau denda paling banyak 1 juta rupiah. Pada waktu razia, sangat sering kita menemukan anak di bawah umur mengendarai kendaraan, pada umumnya sepeda motor. Contohnya, anak sekolah yang tidak memiliki SIM dan belum dewasa sudah banyak mengendarai sepeda motor untuk keperluan yang ke sekolah ataupun keperluan yang lain. Berkendara di bawah umur sangat berbahaya. Akan mengakibatkan kecelakaan yang cukup fatal dan kebanyakan sampai ada korban. Salah satu contoh yang dulu sempat viral, ada anak dari seorang artis yang mengendarai mobil di jalan tol dan mengalami kecelakaan dan membawa korban. Itu adalah merupakan kesalahan anak di bawah umur yang belum memiliki SIM dan belum tahu aturan, tetapi sudah mengendarai kendaraan. Masih banyak lagi contoh yang kita lihat di jalan raya. Sering kecelakaan itu terjadi akibat dari ketidakpatutan terhadap peraturan lalu lintas. Bahayanya bisa mengakibatkan hilangnya nyawa orang atau bisa meninggalnya karena akibat kecelakaan. Banyak korban mengalami kecelakaan karena tidak mematuhi peraturan lalu lintas yang berlaku.
There are some solutions we offer that might help lessen this problem, which are applicable to us right now. The first one is to start with the people around us. Remind and advise them, especially if we know someone who is an underage driver. This is especially relevant considering how common it is. Having known the dangerous risk, we can remind and advise, for example, our family members or our friends. Ask them to consider other alternatives and to refrain from driving before having a driver's license, because it's the nature of safety and our obligation to obey the laws.
Posting social media content about underage driving and road safety can make people aware of the danger of underage driving. It is also useful for reducing underage driving and can also make parents care about their children and prohibit using bicycles before they reach adulthood.
Posting social media content about underage driving and road safety in general very important. Therefore, with the content of underage driving and road safety at educating minors, you should not allow or even teach driving because it can interfere with traffic and endanger yourself and others. In addition to underage driving, children are also given knowledge about the basic knowledge of traffic signs, starting from the color, shape of the image, and the meaning of each traffic sign. With early education about safety, it will be embedded in children with the hope that it will be applied in their daily lives in the future.
We have to tell our parents to not give us, their children, a vehicle when us is under 17 years old, because we know that when we under 17 years old we can have a driver license, and it's so dangerous when we under 17 years old is driving a motorcycle or even a car. Is even more dangerous. So that's all for us. So don't give your children a motorcycle or vehicle. Okay, my friends, and that's for all of us. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.